Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to the Secret of Monkey Island Special Edition. Let's continue. So, we got thrown in the ocean and tied to the fabulous idol, which is a lot bigger than you would have guessed in your inventory, and you have to free yourself. However, it's incredibly easy to miss that, to my knowledge, this is the only point at the game where you can actually die. Obviously, they, I suppose, decided that they needed to have a point when he just couldn't hold his breath anymore. At the very beginning of the game, Guybrush Threepwood bragged that he could hold his breath for 10 minutes. Now, I'm not going to make you sit here for 10 minutes and watch me hold my breath, watch the character hold his breath. So I've actually had the game running already for 8 minutes. So we only have to wait one more minute. Now, you can see there's a lot of teasing going on here. The deadly meat cleaver, there is a rusty knife, a hacksaw, a sword, razor sharp scissors, an axe, all around here.
I don't know how much longer I can hold my breath.
But that's your minute warning. At a certain point, two pirates come up here and they talk about how one of them just committed a felony and that he was going to throw his knife in the water to help you, and then he decides not to and walks away. But you'll see after we don't do anything for another minute that he's actually not able to reach any of these things. Of course, I have maybe a thing or two that might help me, possibly. And of course there is a solution. Now this is a joke death, really, and not that many players, even in the old version of the game, are gonna actually take 10 minutes to get through this. And so it's very, very possible that a lot of players would not see this section. Compare that to Sierra Games, the main competitors to LucasArts games, and there he's drowned. And it should either game over me or something pretty soon. Here, you've got a little zombie version this way. In Sierra Games, you can die very, very easily. It's brutal. I also noticed that in this new version, you can hear his heartbeat just go boom, boom as he's holding his breath. And I don't believe I can do anything anymore. So no game over or anything like that. Can't. For instance, you have bloat, which we can do. We have stink. We have brine. We have bob. We have float. So all of your abilities have now been changed to do nothing at all. And in the old version, I don't think that changes. Oh, it does change. And here it says order a hint book, which is not in the main game, so I wonder what this would actually do. Order hint book. It's probably a joke there. So, the problem with a system like this, though, is that you are either going to have to restart the game from beginning if you haven't saved. Fortunately, I had saved, so no problem there. So now let's start doing this for real.
Sharp and dangerous.
We can try to pick up this meat cleaver.
I can't reach that from here.
And we'll just keep trying things.
I can't reach that from here.
Obviously, if you can't reach one thing, I can't reach the others.
I can't reach that from here.
Pick up. Let's try these over here.
I can't reach that from here.
So everything is just a tease.
I can't reach that from here.
And there's no fish here. So we've got to use probably this. Let's see. Use the staple thing on the fabulous looking idol.
No staples to be removed.
How about this? Let's just pick up the idol.
I guess I'll be needing a sword. This one will do.
So I pick up a sword. And I just climb up.
That wasn't so hard. Now all I have to do is show this stupid idol to the pirate leaders and...
You're alive!
Governor!
Hey, you can talk. Who'd have known?
What are you doing here? Come to finish the job?
No, I came down here to save your life. Fester wasn't acting on my orders when he threw you in there.
You came down here to rescue me? I didn't even think you liked me.
Well, our first meeting was a little awkward. You seem to have trouble forming complete sentences.
Definitely true.
Then again, so do most of my citizens.
But I'm not one of your citizens. I'm just a drifter. A nobody. A would-be pirate. Who would have known or even cared if you'd let me drown?
I would have, Guybrush.
This romance is moving too
Governor.
fast.
Oh, Threepwood.
Oh, Elaine.
Oh, Guybrush.
For comedic
Love muffin.
effect.
Sugar Boots.
Honey Pumpkin.
Plunder Bunny.
Kiss me.
No, we mustn't.
What?
Not here, where everyone can see us.
Why? Are you ashamed of me?
No, it's not that at all. It's just that many of these pirates have made advances towards me. And to avoid hurting their feelings, I've always told them that my father made me promise never to fall in love with a pirate. If they see us together, they'll know I was lying.
Okay then. Let's go to your place.
Okay. But finish your trials first. I don't want you to be preoccupied.
But I feel this sudden urge to complete the trials quickly.
Well, I already kind of had that sudden urge to finish the trials quickly. Notice that this scene is actually zoomed in. Let's see, can we pick up the picture of Governor Marley now?
I can't pick that up. It's my little plunder bunny.
But when I look at it, it does say something different. So they've zoomed it back out so you don't have an entire scene focused around that. So we've got a sword and a shovel and a vase and the staple remover and a red herring. And I think that's all I need if I'm lucky enough to do everything over here. Maybe. So let's walk back to the treasure and finish that part of the story. The funny thing here is that it really is going to be rather quick since we've done a lot of the preliminary work already. So go this direction and this direction. And I'm just going to kind of wander around and this direction. That's probably not the right way. Maybe I could get some more yellow flowers. And this way. And this way. And this way. And there. And we'll go over here. Seems like you can just wander. Go back this. So certain pathways seem like they might lead to certain things. Either that or you just have to wander around for a while. In the end, I got it rather easily, so let's use the shovel with the X.
Well, this shouldn't take too long.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's exactly 75 pieces of 8 in it.
Hours pass.
Hours. Honestly, if you were trying to dig a hole with a shovel, it might take you
I hit
hours.
something.
And hours.
Oh boy. It's a t-shirt. Not my size, but a nice one nonetheless.
Nonetheless. Is that one
Well,
word?
Guess I should put all this dirt back now.
He puts it back.
More hours pass.
The audio a little bit faster than the subtitles. And look at this.
Here lies treasure of such unimaginable wealth. Well, you'll just have to dig it up to believe it.
And
Paid for by the Mêlée Island Chamber of Commerce.
so this is all just a
The
silly
legendary
thing.
lost treasure of Mêlée Island. This carefully reproduced piece of Mêlée Island history has delighted thousands of would-be pirates and their families for generations. Remember, there are other pirates on this island. So go easy on the treasure. Leave some for the next person.
There was just a t-shirt in there, nothing else. Not even multiple t-shirts. And this should just allow us to go back there, which I believe we can probably get past the troll now by either giving him the t-shirt or the red herring. So let's talk to the troll.
Stop! You must pay a toll.
Let's see. Shouldn't you have eaten me by now?
Shouldn't you have eaten me by now?
I'm not hungry.
Let's talk to him.
Can't pass until you pay the toll.
I was supposed to only have gotten 3 tries, and
How
I've
much did
done
you say
more
the
than
toll
3.
was?
I want something that'll attract attention, but have no real importance.
Well, t-shirt might do that. Let's see.
None shall pass.
Give. Let's look at the t-shirt first, though.
None shall pass.
Look at the
I
t-shirt.
found the treasure of Mêlée Island and all I got was this stupid t-shirt.
None shall pass.
That sounds right. Let's give this to him.
None shall pass. That's pretty useless, but it's not what I want.
So he doesn't want that. Let's give him the red herring.
Ah, a red herring. Pass.
So the joke is that a red herring is always a false lead or clue. Apparently he had magical abilities there. And there was a guy in a troll suit. Stan's previously owned vessels. So we're not quite ready to
Welcome to
do
Stan's
that.
previously owned vessels. I'm off searching the globe right now for the finest in previously owned marine transportation. Have a look around. I'll be right back.
So we're not
Stan.
ready to the point where we need to actually purchase a boat, but obviously if we're going to be a pirate, we'll get to that point. And let's see, we've got a boat over here, a boat over there, a boat over there. Fuel economy as is. A Viking boat. Now, in the old version of the game, it's all about the same. So, what we can do, however, is use our 304 pieces of 8 in the grog machine.
Huh. Nothing.
Well, then let's keep doing it. We've got 300 more.
I'm not stupid enough to do that twice.
Really?
That doesn't seem to work.
Well, then let's try pushing the machine.
Huh. Nothing.
And then let's try pulling the machine.
Huh. Nothing.
Let's look at the machine.
Grog. Diet grog. Cherry grog. Grog classic. caffeine-free grog. And root beer.
And see, that's kind of weird because in modern
I can't
times,
move it.
I don't think Coke machines or refreshment machines steal
staples to
money
be removed.
anywhere as much as they used to.
I can't
But
move
I
it.
could be wrong. But I still
Piece
think
of
they
eight with
kind of
preferred
do
local
every now.
currency.
I can't open.
There must be a more
This.
honest way to get some spare change.
Use grog machine with pieces of 8.
I'm not stupid enough to do that twice.
So I lost a coin in there. But that's all. So nothing with that section. But we now know this is the used ship Emporium. And let's look at the sign.
Captain Smirk's Big Body Pirate Gym.
Pirate
Prices.
Gym.
Sword training, 30 pieces of weight. Cannon firing, 160 pieces of weight. Balls extra. Grappling hook, 130 pieces of weight. Hook extra.
So if I could get a cannonball and a hook, this guy might help me. But right now I can just pay for some pirate training,
I think
which
I'll
would be
knock.
good
It'd only be
Two.
polite.
to be trained before I go taking on people.
What do you want, you wimpy little spineless maggot?
Let's see, could you train me to be better than the sword master?
Could you train me to be better than the sword master?
Better than the sword master? You?
Let's see what he looks like before.
You could never be half the sword fighter Carly is.
He's kind of like a
Even with
Duke
hours of hard work
Nukem
and sweat and
style
blood.
character.
I remember fighting side by side with Carla at Port Royal. The local constabulary had us cornered. It looked like we were done for, but then she said, "But I digress. You just don't have what it takes."
I do have what it takes.
You know, you really should quit smoking.
What I really should do is make you eat this stogie.
Smoking might raise a rating of a game these days. I doubt it, but there's a chance. It's one of the things they look out for, certainly.
What do you want?
Might have been one of the few things that moved us from an E to an E10, which is what I think it is at.
I do so have what it takes.
You do not.
I
Let's
do
just
so.
keep arguing.
You do not.
I do so.
Oh, I like your spirit. I'll do what I can. Of course, it'll cost you. What do you got?
I figured you'd do it for free. All I have is this dead chicken.
Well, I've got 30 pieces of 8.
Say no more, say no more. Let's see your sword.
Okay, check it out.
Okay, check it out.
Yes, this is a nice one. Let's get to it. Okay, you maggot. Why
So,
don't you whip that sword out and let's see what you can do
sword
with
fighting in this game is very odd, considering
it. Boy,
they couldn't really
you
program
fight like
it.
a dairy farmer. I usually don't waste my time with vermin like yourself. But seeing as this LeChuck thing has put a cramp on business,
Instead
no
of
choice. I
it
need
being
the
something
money.
where you push controller buttons or
yes,
keyboard
I can
buttons
see
to
this is gonna
interact,
take some special.
you're going to
measures.
choose
Just want
insults
you to know,
that match
I
what
don't
the
do
character
this with
previously
everyone.
set you up for.
it's only
So
because I feel
it's
that
going to be a
special
setup to a joke and then the
student
delivery
mentor
of a
pieces
joke.
of 8 bonding that I'm going to these lengths. I'm gonna put you up against the machine.
Machine? Is this gonna hurt? Yikes.
Come at me. Don't be afraid. You won't hurt me. Distance! Distance! Use your forte against the foible. Use your forte against the foible.
So what would this look previously?
Use your forte against the foible.
Hours later.
You're starting to get the hang of it.
More hours later.
Not bad. You've got good form. Now I'm gonna let you in on the true secret of sword fighting. Sword fighting is kind of like making love. It's not always what you do, but what you say.
Hey, that
Any
might be
fool
good
pirate
advice.
Can swing a sharp piece of metal around and hope to cut something. But the pros, they know just when to cut their opponent with an insult. One that catches them off guard. You see, kid, your wit's gotta be twice as sharp as your sword. Let's try a couple of insults out, shall we?
So you'll probably see a lot of
Imagine
Captain
this.
Jack Sparrow in
We're
this
fighting up a storm.
Just
Just
section
like
particularly.
Carla and I were doing at Port Royal. There's a sudden break in the fighting, and I say to you, you fight like a dairy farmer. You respond with,
So my choices are, oh yeah, so's your mother. I'm rubber and glue. You must be thinking of someone else. I'm not a farmer. So I'll just go, so's your mother, since none of these are really the right response.
So's your mother.
I can see we've got a lot of work to do here. You should have responded with something like, how appropriate. You fight like a cow. You see, it's razor-sharp wit like that that wins fights. Let's try another. Imagine this. You're trapped up against a wall. My sword just slashed 2 cuts into your face. I say, soon you'll be wearing my sword like a shish kebab. You respond with,
So the thing here is he's going to tell us the answer to some of the basic ones, but we're going to have to learn more insults by fighting the other pirates, I believe. See, we've learned how appropriate you fight like a cow. And then here I'll just go, I'm rubber and you're glue.
I am rubber, you are glue.
I can see we're in deep trouble here. A correct response to, soon you'll be wearing my sword like a shish kebab, would have been something like, first, you better stop waving it around like a feather duster. See? Razor sharp.
That joke's a little
I
bit
suggest
not
you go
as
out
obvious
there
as
and
you
learn
would
some
think.
insults.
I can't help but feel like I've been ripped off. I'm sure you're feeling something similar.
So we've got to go back to the path, and we've seen these pirates walk around, and you can see there's several pirates walking around. Unfortunately, this guy's gonna miss his point, and so I should just kind of walk somewhere here until we can get to the stinking pirate. And trying to click on these pixel-wide characters is, boy, is it difficult.
A pirate can be dangerous to your health.
So now we've been able previously to say nice night and sorry to bother you. But this is new, and this is new. So let's go with this.
Ever notice how all these roads start to look the same?
Yeah, now that you mention it, they do. It's probably just that we're tired.
So now I go, my name is Guybrush Threepwood, prepare to die. Which is a Princess Bride reference.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die.
Great movie. So I can go with insults that I already have. Boy, you're ugly. What an idiot. You call yourself a pirate. But I need to learn new responses. So first one here that we haven't seen before is I once owned a dog that was smarter than you.
I once owned a dog that was smarter than you.
I am rubber, you are glue.
That's not the right response. So we didn't learn anything there. Let's see. Let's try one we already know the answer to.
Soon you'll be wearing my sword like a shish kebab.
I'm shaking, I'm shaking.
And see, this is the wrong responses. Let's try something else.
Boy, are you ugly.
What's the matter? Just get out of sword fighting class?
Yes, I did.
Soon you'll be wearing my sword like a shish kebab.
Let's keep doing this.
First, you'd better stop weighting it like a feather duster.
See, I'll win if I
give
do
up.
that.
You win.
But did that teach me anything? I don't want to win, I want to lose. Or at the very least, I want to take on pirates who will teach me something new.
Aye, this better be important.
So, again,
My name is Guybrush Threepwood.
we have to do this
Prepare to die.
until we have a decent collection of these.
Boy, are you ugly.
I'm insulted you'd even try to use that insult on me. I've spoken with apes more polite than you.
So, I don't know the response to that, but I can figure it out next time.
Oh, yeah?
People fall at my feet when they see me coming.
Oh, yeah?
So, that's another one to try. So we've got 2 new ones to try and use, and we'll see if we can get the responses to them. Because we have to actually hear the responses from another pirate before we can use them.
What you be wanting, you scurvy lover?
It's an interesting system, very different from your average point-and-click adventure game, but also hard to realize what you're supposed to be doing. So this one and this one are new, so we want to get the right responses.
People fall at my feet when they see me coming.
Even before they smell your breath?
So now we know the response.
Soon you'll be wearing my sword like a shish kebab.
So he got one right, and so I can get one right to continue.
First, you'd better stop weighting it like a feather duster.
And it's 2 correct in a row. I don't think... I think this is the one we want to do.
I've spoken with apes more polite than you.
I'm glad to hear you attended your family reunion.
Pretty good response.
This is the end for you, you gutter-crawling cur.
And so that's something new. We can just try something totally wrong here.
How appropriate. You fight like a cow. Uncle! Uncle!
So next guy. Come on, pirate. Give me a pirate. No, I don't want to go in here. Come on, pirates. Getting too close to the fork in the road.
Pirate can be dangerous to your health.
Bad way to do it.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood.
So I
Prepare
think
to
I only
die.
have one to learn here.
This is the end for you, you gutter-crawling cur.
And I've got a little tip for you. Get the point?
So this is another one of these jokes. It's not
Nobody's ever
amazingly
drawn blood from me,
obvious.
and nobody ever will.
Nobody's ever drawn from blood for me. And so we can just always respond this.
How appropriate. You fight like a cow.
I'm not gonna take your insolence sitting down.
Even before they smell your breath?
We're just giving the wrong responses
Uncle,
because we
Uncle!
don't know what the right responses are yet. It's a lot of work, though. It's quite a bit of extra work that it feels more like you should have done 2 or 3 fights and been done. Stinking pirates, dirty rotten pirates, bloodthirsty pirates. Come on. Go. Being in this area does not help. And you kind of have to click where they're going to be.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die.
So, we've already seen the answer to this one and this one. Let's see what this one... If people fall at the feet, we know the answer to that one. We don't know the answer to this one. I don't think we know the answer to the dog one either. And we don't know the answer to this one. So...
Nobody's ever drawn blood from me, and nobody ever will.
You run that fast?
Okay, that's the response to that.
I'm not gonna take your insolence sitting down.
I don't know the answer to that. Because we haven't seen it. Maybe we'll do this.
I'm shaking. I'm shaking.
Soon you'll be wearing my sword like a shish kebab.
So it gives me one that I do know the answer to, so I can continue
First,
this
you'd better
fight.
stop weighting it like a feather duster.
Let's see. The last one, I think, is the lying down one. The sitting down.
I'm not gonna take your insolence sitting down.
I'm shaking,
So he doesn't know the answer to that either. And
I once owned a dog that was
I think
smarter
we
than
already
you.
know the answer to this.
Oh, yeah?
So there might be 2 more.
Give up. You win.
Come on, let's just go a
What
little
you be
long
wanting, you scurvy lover?
in this recording.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die.
Now I know on the Xbox version of this game you got achievements. I don't know if on the Steam version you do. Maybe, maybe not. I wouldn't be surprised if not. So the one I want is the sitting down.
I'm not gonna take your insolence sitting down.
Oh, your hemorrhoids are flaring up again, eh? I've heard you were a contemptible sneak.
So I don't have a response to that
And
one.
I've got a little tip for you. Get the point?
There are no words for how disgusting you are.
These are 2 more.
I am rubber, you are glue.
So we
Where
just
did my sword
learned
go?
2 more things to do. So at this rate, it's gonna take us a little bit more time to become sword master insulters. At the 2.5 hour mark of gameplay at the 3 trials, we've gone from 13% to 17%. Nearly 1/20th of the way through the game. Honestly, I would say we're probably even a little bit further than that if I was to guess. I particularly can't remember what parts of The Secret of Monkey Island are parts of the first game and what parts of The Secret of Monkey Island 2 are parts of the second game. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have a section on C that's Act 2 that's rather quicker, and then a slightly longer but still not as long as the first act section on Monkey Island that's Act 3, and then that'll be it for the main game. That's going to be it for this recording. However, as always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.